Hi, this is Tom, and I'd like to do a quick training on Twitter. Twitter is a program that allows you to send out short pieces of information along with links to be able to connect with other people. And you can choose whatever subject or information you'd like to speak about. In order to get signed up on Twitter, you can go to Yahoo or Google or whatever search engine you'd like to use, and you can just type in twitter.com and it'll come up. And of course, you can go in and follow the process that says either create an account if you don't have one, or if you do have one, it'll get you to this point on the page that I have currently. Now, you'll see I can come in here and I can search a person or a subject, and I would get results based on that. But for right now, I just want to explain a little bit about Twitter, and then I'm going to explain a little bit about Tweetdeck. So, I have it set up for my profile. And as you can see, I have information listed. Has my profile right here. Has a link to my blog. And here's some of my recent tweets. Over on this side of the page, you'll see how many people I'm following and how many people are following me. Now, following just means that you find something in common or they like something you wrote and you follow them and they can follow you. There's a ratio that Twitter has, and to be honest with you, I don't know what that ratio is. But I do know that you can't follow more than one or two a day in order not to get kicked off Twitter. And people will also follow you. Twitter is a great tool, again, to be able to share information with people, to make connections. It's not meant to spam people. As a matter of fact, if you spam people, you'll get kicked off Twitter, which I found out the hard way when I first started using Twitter. So take it from me, just again, bring value, share information with people. Do not try to spam them. Let me give you some examples here, though, about how to set up Twitter and how to set up your profile. So you can go right here to hit edit your profile, and you can go through and download a picture, put your name in, websites, little biography. You can also go to whichever tab you'd like to go through. Obviously, account, you can set up that and follow the prompts and the passwords and so on. There's a mobile tab here, and that's very important because it allows you to set up your phone number to receive tweets and to send tweets. So if you have the capability to send text and receive text on your phone, which most people do, you can click on this mobile tab and follow the prompts to set up your phone application, which is a great tool to have. Now, once you go back to your profile, again, if I want to leave a tweet, there's a couple different ways. I can work right through Twitter, so I can go, forgive me, I made a mistake actually. If you can go to your home tab, I can just type in hello friends and send a tweet and just tweet it. And obviously that'll come up right there. So you can send out any bits, however long or short, but I believe the character length is 164 characters is what you're limited to. So keep that in mind when you're sending your messages. Now, some people like to use Twitter to send their tweets out, but I also find it useful to use a program called Tweetdeck. So to do that, I'm going to show you how to find it first. You would just go to your search engine and just type in Tweetdeck. That'll come up. On my search, it's the second one here, tweetdeck.com. Click on that. And you'll see there'll become there's a series of places that you can download Tweetdeck to, and along with some tabs. For us, or for me, I was going to use my desktop, so I just click on desktop. And that's very simple. Let's go to the Download Now tab or button down here on the right. And then obviously I have Tweetdeck set up on my computer, so I don't need to go through and download it now, but it's very simple. Click on the Download Now button and follow the steps, and you'll have it installed on your computer. Now, Tweetdeck, what does that do? Tweetdeck is like a command center for Twitter. And what it allows you to do is, you can set up columns based on information you'd like to keep or have. What I have set up are my friends column, and that's nice because whatever I tweet or whatever someone else's tweets that are in my friends or followers or people that I'm following come up right here in this column. you can do what's called a direct message. And this is kind of I guess a small email that's sent between you and your followers. So you have to be following them, they're following you, and you could send a direct message to them so that way the rest of your friends or fans can't see that particular message. The mentions column is anything that anybody has to give feedback to you. So for example, I sent out a tweet and I was talking to my friend Shannon. She replied back to me with a tweet and left this information here. So it's nice because anybody who responds to me or to a tweet, I can see in this column right here. Now this search column is of what's particularly important. I can type in a subject, like I have Jim Rohn typed here. And you'll see anybody that has a Jim Rohn quote or information about Jim Rohn will pop up here and obviously right in here. So if I wanted to edit that, I can just type in need a job. And now anybody in Twitter land who said something about needing a job would come up right here. If I want to type in another subject, I can just type in Kiyosaki for Robert Kiyosaki. And again, any subject you want, anybody who's tweeting about that will come up and you can connect with them via this application. Let's say you want to have two sets of searches going on at the same time. You can come over here to this add a column and just click on this plus sign. And over here I can just type in, let's see here, business. And anybody who's typing about business will come up here in this column. As you can see, it's quite a few people. If I want to delete that column, I just go to the X and delete the column. So you can see how you can search different subjects. It's pretty hard to manage more than one or two columns at a time because things come up very quickly depending on the subject you're tweeting about or searching. Now, you'll see people's pictures here and a profile link here. So if I want to learn a little bit more about this person and what they're saying, I can just click on this link, and in this column over here, it'll give a little profile information. So I can learn a little bit about this person, their interests, their philosophies. I can also see some of their recent tweets down here to see if it's the kind of person I might want to talk with or that I might be able to help or they might be able to help me. So I can close out of that. There's 4 different things you can do with Tweetdeck, and by just simply putting the cursor over their picture, you'll see these different options. Now if I left click over this bottom right option, you can see where it says tweet, or it says to follow or unfollow. Now again, as I said earlier, you might want to only follow 1 or 2 people a day, so you can follow that person simply by clicking here if you like something that person said. If you ever wanted to unfollow someone, you could certainly do that as well. Over here you can see a retweet option. Retweeting is saying, let's say I wanted to repost what this person said, but I could either post it as they wrote it, or I can also do a edit and then retweet. So if I just wanted to retweet it and just send it out as it is, I just hit the retweet now button. If I wanted to edit it, then I can click the edit button, go to the beginning of the tweet and say great tweet, or whatever I wanted to type given the 31 characters that I still have available, and then just hit send, and then you'll see obviously my retweet pops up here. Okay, so that's very simple. Now what if I wanted to send a link or some information in my tweets? So let's say I wanted to send a link to Tweetdeck. I could say here is a link to Tweetdeck, and just go down to that page we were on before for Tweetdeck, and right click on the address bar, hit copy, go back to Tweetdeck, and paste this into that line. And you'll see that it's shortened my tweet automatically, which saves me characters to be able to type in because I still have 93 remaining characters. And I can send that tweet. Nice thing about that is it allows me to send a link to someone and not take up so much space. Okay. Again, I hope you can see what a useful tool this application is, and I hope it provides you some help in expanding your business and making connections. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or call me or connect on Twitter with me. You also have my Facebook as an option, along with my blog, which most of you have. I look forward to talking with you in the future and wish you the best. Thanks.